better? Hopefully that'll be a bit better. Right, here we go. Right. So it's been absolutely madness since we were last online. We released the activity pack. That was just a free activity pack full of resources for different age groups. And the response, I can't even tell you, was just absolutely incredible. The page following went up, and we just got such positive feedback on the targeted age range activity packs that we gave out. So thank you very much to everyone for their support. We really appreciate it. You know, even if it's a like, a share, a really positive comment, it's just great to get some good feedback, really. We did over 300 activity packs, so that's why we've not done too many lives since, because I've been busy sending the packs out to people. If anybody didn't get one and that's watching the video now that wants one, like I said, they were from age ranges baby, preschool, 5 to 7, and then 7 to 11. So that's the activity packs. Most notably, we had a really lovely interaction with a charity called Dreams Come True Charity, which is a really local Manchester charity, who actually sent the activity packs around to all of their families that they've got on their books, which is really, really lovely, just to know that we've kept some of the kids occupied in these awful times. You know, they can't go out anyway, they've got life-limiting illnesses, but it's really worth you checking out the charity and going and have a look at what they do. But Zoe is the lady that I spoke to from that charity, and she was just really lovely. So yeah, that's that. Got some really exciting stuff to announce now this evening. It's been in the works, and I know we've got it coming up, and we've touched on it a little bit over the period that I've been logging on and speaking to you. But it is Mental Health Awareness Week, running from the 18th to the 24th of this month. And it's really, really important, especially the times that we're in at the moment, to talk about it. It's something that's not talked about enough, particularly in children. So adults find it very difficult to talk about it and understand it. So I thought it's a sort of duty as a page that does, you know, any kind of learning resource to touch on mental health. It's really important, and it's important to me. So we've got a really exciting event coming up on the 20th, which is the Wednesday of next week. We actually have an expert that's going to come on and do a live Q&A for us on the page. Lauren, I've known her for years. We go back way back. But she actually specialises in mental health, particularly dealing with children and families. So children and adult mental health services, that's the sort of sector that she's worked in. And I just think it would be a really good conversation to have, to put on the page, and for parents to reference. So, you know, talking about children's mental health and what types of things that Lauren deals with, and also sort of signs, signals, anything that we can be doing as parents to really encourage a really open conversation about mental health. You know, anything that we can do to sort of take the stigma away at a really young age. I think we as parents have a duty to do that now, and it's something that is a real hot topic, and should have been probably a long time ago. But here we are. It's Mental Health Awareness Week. There'll be lots of different things that we'll be covering over that period. And if you've got any questions or anything particularly that you want me to ask or cover with Lauren before this event, what I'm going to do is set up a Facebook event and actually invite everybody that follows the page to it and promote it in the local area. Because again, even if you're not really particularly interested in learning resources, you may well be interested in this particular conversation because it affects all of us. Also, you know, parenting mental health, how this lockdown has affected us and our relationships, and, you know, just we'll cover a lot of the things at the time, but that's something that we're doing that's really exciting, that I'm actually really quite passionate about. So that's an event that's happening. Next up, we have a couple of brand new products that we're going to go live. We're going to take live in the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks. One of them will be later on in the year. So with the success of the activity packs and the you know, the feedback that we got from the parents, I thought it sort of struck me that my son goes to an awful lot of like birthday parties and events where children have activity packs and packs given to them to either occupy them or alternatively as a gift at the end of a party. So as of in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be announcing our birthday party pack, which can have a book tailored to a theme or a particular age range. And I just think it's something that rather than spending however much on whistles, sweets, you know, whatever it may be, I just know it's an expensive do. I would, you know, personally like to offer parents an option that is something that is going to be kept and, you know, loved and utilised, because often we get party bags off children and, you know, whilst it's a lovely thought, it just provides a different option for parents to look at when they are thinking about what they can give children at the end of a birthday party. So that's one. Secondly, I've actually had an inquiry from somebody on the back of giving our activity packs out about doing a potential wedding activity pack. Now, obviously, children attend weddings and have to be kept entertained, and one size doesn't really fit all. So what we can do is provide an activity pack per age range or specifically tailored to the child. And if you don't particularly have a favour in mind for that child, we could do a specific book. But yeah, it's one of them. If you've got children attending a wedding and you need them to be kept occupied, contact us, and once we've released this product that we are going to be putting together, you can order them from us, and it will be a great way to not only have something that they can keep from the wedding, but then also like a little activity pack in there that will keep them occupied while they're at the table, because it is it's a job and a half trying to keep them sat down and engaged and entertained. So that's that. In the coming months, there's going to be another new project that we're going to be working on. That will be a subscription service. So for anybody that wants a particular book for a particular topic at school, or if there's a Key Stage 1, 2, whatever it may be, early years foundation framework that they're working to at school, or if it's just for fun, for great reading, a particular theme, or to mix it up like a bit of a pick and mix. I'm not sure how it's going to work yet, but we will be announcing a subscription scheme within the next sort of 3 months potentially. But they're the three things that we want to just let you know that we're going to be doing. So we've got the Mental Health Awareness Week event on Wednesday the 20th with an expert that works in children and adult mental health services. We've got the activity packs for both birthday parties and weddings to keep the kids occupied that will be announced. And then thirdly, the subscription service, which should be live within the next 3 months. They're all really great, exciting topics and projects to be working on, and something that I'm obviously very passionate about. So if anyone's got any inquiries or queries or questions, let me know. And yeah, lastly, I thought what I'd do, because everybody's going mad for different types of books, and the orders since I've done the activity packs have been like non-stop. I thought I'd go through some of the customer orders which have actually only just arrived today. Anyone that has ordered with me, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Your orders will be packed. You'll have an email confirmation going out to you today. And you will receive your order tomorrow, or potentially the morning after. The morning after that, they'll be with you very soon, and I can't wait to see the children interacting with the books. I want to just take you through some of the products that people have been going mad for. Wipe cleans. I know I've promoted them constantly on all of my pages, but this is sort of the type of wipe clean orders that people have been putting in. It's absolutely crazy, but they are a product that just works and are dead handy. So I'll take you through some of the different wipe clean books that we've got available. We do have the mini wipe cleans and the big wipe cleans. And again, these are just such easy things to have on the side, ready for when the kids have got a rainy day, and we're starting to see this weather that gives me anxiety again, where I'm looking outside and Leonard he absolutely thrives on the outdoors. All he wants to do is dig in the mud, which is great, but as soon as it starts raining, we sort of have to look at each other and think about what we're going to keep him occupied with. So these are a great quick fix. You've got the pen there, the White Clean pen, and this one in particular is Numbers. Now they are low on stock, some of the White Cleans. So if there is a White Clean that you want that I can't give you, I will suggest a different alternative. So some of these aren't actually what was originally ordered, but I've offered a swap, and I'll always make sure that you come out better off. You know, if I can't offer you what you originally wanted, I'll either be honest and say I haven't got it in stock and I'll wait till they're back in stock, or I'll offer you something that is pretty much identical, because there always is a like for like. So for example, one of my customers wanted the first drawings book, and then they do an alternative which is like a White Clean doodles book, where you can you've got free drawing and different things like that in it. So 2 different sizes. We've got doodles, shapes and patterns, adding and subtracting. So again, it's not just about fun. If you wanted something that was more educational, you've got counting, adding and taking away. These are really, really good. And what I generally do is I pair them up. I pair them up with an educational, more, I don't know, it's a more structured learning inside these books. And I actually then change it up afterwards, and I do an activities book afterwards. It's more fun, it's light, but as you can see throughout the book, there is still that pen control and different activities that are going to help with the numeracy and literacy. So if you sometimes tag team these 2 types of things up, they'll do this first and they won't mind going on to this because it looks more fun, it feels lighter, and it definitely is a great way to just kill an hour or 2. But like I said, people have been going mad for the White Clean. So if anybody is interested in these, let me know and I can get them on order for you or make you some suggestions. They're really great, and they do all the different age ranges. So you could do early years, which are like from 3 upwards, but they also do 8 and up for things like comprehension and just, you know, more education focused for the older age ranges. That is all in line with the frameworks that they're working with at school. So yeah, you can rest assured that they've all been created with that in mind. So that's the White Cleans. Like I said, people are going mad for them, and I can't thank you enough for the support. It's much appreciated. But yeah, they're an absolute fan favourite in our house. I have had, because it's obviously, that's why I've done the event for the Mental Health Awareness Week, had quite a few people contact me and say, have you got anything that covers children's emotions, friends? You know, a lot of children at the moment are missing friends, don't really know how to deal with this period of unrest that we've got in our life. And I can't stress enough the books that we have on offer that are a vehicle to allow parents to be able to speak to their children about specific topics that aren't necessarily easy to talk about. We have so many in stock, and like I said, a lady's contacted me to sort of say, do you have anything for emotions for a 5-year-old? Absolutely we do. It's about having something that's going to allow structure and help you have a conversation with your children about particular topics. If you're not necessarily good at it, some people might be, you know, great and have the resources, but we are on hand if you do need something. Touching on that, we have activity books to help things like mental health, but we also have guides, you know, structured books that can help you talk through a topic like, trying to find, so I've got a parent of mine that's contacted me about potty training. There's another one in this series that's all about germs, and another one that's all about brushing our teeth. I found when I taught my son, obviously we've got a lull now, we've got lots of time to ourselves. This is the time really, if you're looking to potty train your child, you've got all the time in the world, because generally you have to be in the house and you have to be with them. This particular book, it's a lift flat book. Hi Charlie, thanks for saying hi. It's a lift flat book. You can go through it. I found with a child that's learning something, that's learning things like the names of what we call things, using a book as a way of showing them, it's a great potty training aid to be able to see, look, this is what big girls and boys do. It's got great illustrations, like gentle humour. It allows you to get the point across, but illustrating it at the same time. And I just think it's a really, really cute way of explaining why we need the potty, why we use the potty, and to help them get their head around what it is that you're trying to instill in them in this really, strange period. But use this period to maybe get something under your belt with a view to things like potty training. Another way of looking at an activity that could potentially help a child that's unsure and not, it feels a bit of unrest at the moment. We have a great selection called the Unworry books. Now there's activity books. This particular one that I've got is a magic painting kit, and the parent that's contacted me about this wanted a kit that's not messy. It doesn't necessarily take a lot to set up, so this all you need is the paintbrush, which is included, and the water. I mean, this retails for £5.99, but throughout it just allows a child to really get lost in just painting, taking their mind off things. It just, throughout it as well, is like gentle reminders that everybody worries. It's really not anything, you can take your mind off things for a while by using this book. It's to help you put your unwanted thoughts to one side and focus on something that doesn't necessarily mean, worrying about things. And this is a great way to do that and get them interacting with just something that's creative and not necessarily focus on the fact that we're all in this awful situation. So that's another thing that a parent has bought off me. There is a book as well that's called, it's all about emotions and friends. I think I've recently shared the one about friends on my page. Even my son, as we've been talking, do you miss your friends at school? We're seeing things on WhatsApp groups being sent through. And it is difficult for them. They don't really know how to process what's going on. It's great that mum and dad are here all the time, or whoever they live with at home, whether the grandparents are here all the time. But that then also becomes a comfort blanket, and it's definitely something I'm concerned about in the future, that when he does go back to school, what's that going to be like? There's going to be another unrest of emotion when they go back to school, because again, it's all having to then leave, leave the parents. So it's, mindfulness and painting and anything that you can do, any vehicles of conversation that you can have through a book, it's a fantastic way of engaging with your child, and it helps you, I'm talking around a point now, but it helps you have a direct conversation with some real meaning, and it's, that's just sort of what we've got on the Unworry stuff. So what else? We did a little piece on the page about our first cookbook. Again, another great activity to kill some time with the children. This is it's a spiral bound, really robust book that you don't just keep in your kitchen, but people saw me using it on the page and thought, I want one of them. It's got really basic recipes. It talks about the names of kitchen equipment. It just goes through things like eggy bread, spag bol, a bacon butty, quiche, sausage rolls, like fan favourites that everybody wants in their kitchen. And this book is just handy to have alongside your recipe books, and it just allows you to cook with the children and kill some time, because this is what it's all about at the moment, trying to get through the day and not necessarily have a structure in place, but allows you to go and get something like this in an emergency and pull it out and do some cooking with the children. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you've got to have like lobster tails in your larder, or it's just the basics. And teaching children basic cooking, again, it's another, we've got so many tools available to parents to be able to just teach kids the basics. We all want everyone leaving home being able to boil an egg. And that's what this will allow. And it's great memories as well. I remember being a child in my house, cookbooks where, we're just constantly referencing them. So that's that. Let's just touch on something a little bit more fun. I've got a jigsaw here. Again, everyone's going mad for jigsaws at the moment, it appears. This is a 300-piece jigsaw that actually has a book included as well. So a lot of our jigsaws have not just got the jigsaw itself, there will be a book about whatever topic the jigsaw is on too. So this one, this is 100 pieces, but there are some 300-piece ones. We have them on flags, different the world map. But we've got lots of jigsaws in stock. This one retails for $9.99. It's 100 piece, and it's just really, really cute. It's just one that you put in the pack, and again, they can go back to it time and time again, even if it gives you, you know, 2 or 3 weeks worth of time, you know, where they can get this out. Sorry, my camera's going mad again. There we go. Right. So that's the jigsaw. But I've got loads of these in stock, and if there's one particular topic that you want to look at, let me know and we can have a look. But again, if you're learning, my son's into flags at the moment and learning flags from different countries, that we have a flags one of this as well. These are selling like hotcakes. These are absolutely fantastic, and if anybody is teaching their children to learn how to tell the time at the moment, these are fantastic. These retail for £6.99, and they come with a little wipe clean pen. I haven't seen a learning resource like this, and I've got a clock and put it in my son's room and tried to sort of talk through what different hands mean and different things like that. If I just get some of them out, you can see it goes through all the different, they're colour coded for different ones, and it allows them to write on, you know, what quarter past, half past, and just, you know, allows you to talk through. It literally asks them on every page, what time is it? And you can go through the digital clock and the normal clock. And it wipes clean, you can put them away and get them back out again. Again, we talk about that emergency pack for parents that they need to have sort of in the corner of the room. This is a great one for that, along with your white clean books that you can just get out time and time again. I have a shoe in his activity pack that I've got that you tie the lace on, and it's a skill ultimately that he needs to be able to do in the long run. But we get it out, we do a little bit, and then we put it back away and get it out again at another time. So these are great for that sort of activity. So that's the telling the time flashcards with a white clean pen, and they're £6.99. But any of the products that you see me talk about this evening, if you just want a little bit more information, or if you think, oh, I like that jigsaw, but I want it in a different pattern or topic, or if you think, oh, have you got white clean packs for ABC or cards? We do have flashcards as well, phonics and ABC flashcards. So if you are looking not just for books, like I said, that's what we do with learning resources, all different types, flashcards, jigsaws, but they're all with an educational message behind them, which is great. So yeah, that's them. Next up is the activity books. So we've got two sort of age ranges here. There's a sticker book and a colouring book. I mean, these are just so lovely that when I actually give Leonard a fresh, clean one, I'm like, oh, don't ruin it. But they have to, obviously, that's what you buy them for. But they are that lovely that, yeah, inside, you know, there's lots of different stickers that they can attach, and they're learning, you know, their alphabet and colouring it in. You know, there's lots of different bits of the alphabet in here and words that they can reference. It's just all about learning the different bits of the alphabet and getting them to interact by using stickers, using colouring in. I mean, my son's not necessarily a massive fan of the colouring in, so colouring in and stickers aren't really for him. I end up with stickers all around my house, which is a nightmare, but he much prefers the white clean activity books. But you can mix and match. You could use a white clean and the colouring in. Depends how much of a creative child and patient child you've got. If they're happy to sit and colour for hours, then these are the books that you're after. But what they do is just give you, rather than having to pull a page out of the printer and just sort of say, right, off you go colouring, again, it gives them a little bit of structure, and you can talk around the illustrations in the book. So, you know, for each letter they've got a different illustration. Elephant, what sound does an elephant make? You know, I was about to say, can you spell elephant, but my son's not a genius yet, so we'll just we'll start with the small ones like dog, and things like that. But that again is that's just a sticker and colouring in book. Activity books, again, if it's not just sticking and colouring in, this is £6.99, and in the activity books they've got things like spot the difference, you know, doodling, Let's find something else that's really lovely. Oh, my son loves these in particular. You know, the following the line to the right thing and matching up, counting. The activity books have more of a range of different activities in them. So you can go through a different thing on each page, which again keeps it a variety. It keeps it mixed up, so you're not necessarily doing the same thing over and over and expecting to be coming up with the ideas yourself, because let's face it, we run out. We're getting to the point now in lockdown where I'm all out of ideas and I need some structure and I need some help. So these will definitely help you. So that's the activity book, but there is loads. So this one's on holidays, but there's things like garden activities, sports, things that move, tractors, diggers. You know, there's an activity book for pretty much any topic. So if your child's particularly interested in something, just say, Lorna, my son's mad for buses. Have you got an activity book that features them? And we'll come up with something. There is something for all age ranges. Now, back to the education side of things. These are fantastic. If anyone's got any 5 to 6 year olds, 7 to 8 year olds, 8 to 9 year olds, we do a product called the Practice Pads. Now, for actual home learning and homework, these are absolutely fantastic. I've bought this for my son, myself, just because subtracting is something he's coming onto now at the moment. It is much bigger, a much bigger age range and a much bigger gap, but I've got it so we can start looking at it. Now, what these are is they are an actual pad. They're not a book. You tear a page off every time you want to use one, and each page is different. There's 150 pages in here of different, it's the skills series. So it supports and consolidates like maths that they've got to do at school and all different types of maths that they cover. It's fun, it's illustrated, it's asking them to try and work things out, and it actually allows them to count up things and work out, subtracting. My son's great at adding things together, but I know he needs to improve on his subtracting. So I'm buying things that are going to support me trying to get him into, getting better at a specific topic. So that's the subtracting one. And then last but not least, all I've got to show you is, I've had somebody order this, which is fantastic. Now, this is actually a product that is for, what's it for? It's for 3+. It's for older children. However, the people who've bought this are actually putting it in a nursery. And they're going to use the first, so you can see the purple and the orange section, you can use them as just books to read. At the moment, they're reading all sorts of different things to the child because it's that small and they've just got a nursery and they're going to be just reading the books to them as we all do with our children of an evening. However, this series actually then goes on to go through the young readers or My First Reading Library, which talks through phonics and all sorts. So at the moment, this is on offer for $39.99. It was, I think, all of the books together, because in here they get a total of 50 books. It is on offer at the moment for $39.99. And it should be, I think, £119 if each book was priced individually. So it is on offer. I'm not sure how long it will remain on offer, but there's things in here like Pirate Pat. I touched on that briefly when I was unboxing my starter pack. But the first 22 books are taken from Usborne's very first reading. So your child takes the first steps in reading with your help, following the phonics method used in all of the UK schools. The next 12 books are from Usborne Reading Level 1. So they're like short stories that are for children to try and read themselves. And then the 16 further books are taken from the Usborne First Reading Level 2. And they're slightly longer stories, but they're going to build stamina and reading confidence. But if you just want these stories to be able to read with your child as well, then they're great for that. And they will be transitional because they're all hardback books. I mean, again, I am biased, but I love a hardback book. There's nothing that beats a hardback book. Then they are more robust when you're talking about children dribbling all over them and handling them and things like that. So that's the My First Reading Library. And again, like I've said, that is on offer at the moment for $39.99 or $95. I can't remember, but It's significantly reduced because it's over £100, I think, normally. And that's on order, and that'll be going to that little family today. Now, the thing that's great about it is just to know that this is going on the shelf of a nursery, and these books will be read with children for years and years to come. I just absolutely love that, and I'm definitely passionate about it. So if there's any queries or questions that you've got about what books that you might want for your child, whether it's educational or just great reading books, great stories and traditional stories, you know, some of the ones in here, we're looking at, you know, The Lion and the Mouse, Old Mother Hubbard, 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe. They're really traditional stories, but with a really modern illustration and modern twist. So yeah, this is a really good one. I pretty much think that's everything covered with regards to the books that have been ordered. I've had loads of orders, but yeah, the definite picks of that I've had lots of orders for is the Telling the Time flashcards. Everyone's going mad for these because they're a great learning tool, dead quick and easy, just whack them out. And the white clean books. These are just fantastic, just for, again, like you say, to get them out and show them. Jigsaws seem to be on the rise as well, because everyone's getting to the point now where they've done their own jigsaws in their own houses 10 times over. So these are becoming more popular. So I'm going to wrap it up there for today. Obviously, this will be the last time, thank God, you'll see me in my conservatory, because thankfully I've now got a home office sorted. So we won't have any of the falling over of the tripod that I've just had them before, my technical difficulties. So that's that. Just again, a reminder of the Mental Health Awareness Week event that we've got coming up on Wednesday the 20th. For anybody that's interested in reviewing sort of children's mental health. We've got lots of different things going on that week. I might be live a little bit more throughout that week, but I'll set the event up. I'll invite everybody to the event, but it's definitely one to get involved in, ask questions beforehand, and our expert Lauren will be on with us to be able to give us the answers to some of the questions that you know, might arise at this time. I hope everybody's staying safe and well. I'm sending my love to all the different families. Try and stay sane as we're talking about mental health. Try and get through this. And if we can provide you with any resources to help you get through this period, then let us know, because there is definitely, it sounds really cheesy, but there is a book for everything. And if you need any support or any help, let us know. If anybody missed out as well on the free activity packs for the children, send me a message with their age ranges and I'll do my best to get one over to you. I just need an email address and the age of the child. And that's it, I think, for this evening. I'll say goodbye, and if anybody's got any queries or questions, to let me know. See you soon, guys.